Keeping this. I forgot to get my promo bolts. Dude, we get to bolt a Noble Hierarch. It's crazy. This never happens. So my opponent's either playing Spirits or Bant Stoneblade. Or Infect. Wow. It's kind of crazy. I guess we want to play Arcanist here. I'll also get a second Steam Vents just since our life total doesn't matter as much. Can't really die to this Nexus. And Flusterstorm on the side isn't good. I think Flusterstorm's okay. I had it on my Jeskai list this morning. I don't think it's not like the kind of card I think you just always play. Dude, Piracy Charm is so good against them. This is crazy. This is the second time we've played this deck. We've gotten lucky enough to get paired against Infect twice now. When Infect is just not a very popular deck at all. And it's like soft to Piracy Charm, and we're like just lucky enough to be the only person in the world playing Piracy Charm. I'll keep another Bolt. I don't think I want the Snapcaster. And then we can cast Serum Visions and just hold up Piracy Charm, or we can hold up Deprive. Activate. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, I guess we also have the Bolt up too, if that's going to be relevant, which it might be. I think we keep the Visions too, because we can Sanctuary Bolt and then Visions into it. We haven't upkeeped or drawn step Piracy Charm yet, but I hope to do so today. Alright, that could be a prediction, since you guys have been good. Will we draw step Piracy Charm for last card? Will we draw step our opponent's Piracy Charm for the last card this league? Just one time. That's all that has to happen. I had a Piracy Charm counter the last time I played this deck. I think I'm not going to add it this time. Spell Pierce Piracy Charm. Fine. I'm not mad. You're mad. Maybe I want to have a Sprite Dragon available to block here. Yeah, I'll Sanctuary back the Charm too. That way we can have Bolt plus Charm up and the 2/2 to block. Seems pretty good. I think I kind of want both of these. If it's an option, we'll do it no matter what. I will only make the play if it's correct. But it's hard to imagine a scenario where it's not correct. All in on yes. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Gonna hold the Bolt for the Nexus, I guess. I think I'm just attacking and flashing back Bolt on Glistener Elf. Sprite Dragon's getting real big. And so now we can deprive Vines of the Vastwood. When it says GG, I will return to GG. I know the deck looks great whenever we play against Infect. I think the deck is good, but it's not always quite that that pretty. Kind of think I'd just like Gust more than Deprive this matchup. Seems like a good configuration to me. Yeah, Arcanist is a hell of a card, and again, it's like, I've tried to make this work in the past. We've talked about it like a decent bit on stream. It's just, it's just like Dreadhorde Arcanist just needed one more good spell to flashback at 1 mana, and Piracy Charm it does work pretty well with the Arcanist, and so I like the inclusion. We haven't 5-0'd with this deck. We're currently 7-3 with this deck. We 4-1 to league and 3-2 to league. So it'd be cool. We are 5-0 hunting for sure. I think I'm gonna main phase bolt this. Surprise Charm is any good post Plague Engineer? Well, yeah, it's like less so for the +2/-1 mode, but you can pump your Dreadhorde Arcanist. Whoa, Invisible Stalker! Holy crap! I used to have a friend who did this, and in fact, it's like you can pump your Arcanist to Flashback Charm and deal more damage. You can give it Island Walk, which is sometimes relevant, and then also you can just like make them discard Flashback, make them discard again. It's pretty good, or like good enough maybe. Yeah, I like Stalker and Infect. I think it's pretty cool. I think I probably want to go Flame Slash, Flashback, Flame Slash, hold up Deprive, or Gust here. We can maybe just block the Stalker down the line. People used to say, yeah, Sideboard Geist of St. Traft was also always pretty cool. Oh, Stalker can't be blocked. I don't know why I thought I could block it. Yeah? Oops. Well, I guess I'm bolting them and we're racing. Do you just say that you're going to block Stalker, you idiot? Get a load of this guy. He thinks he can block Invisible Stalker. Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like the Bant enchantment stack in RTR Innistrad Standard was like the one dark spot on an otherwise perfect standard format. I don't know why I thought it was just hexproof. Just be a Boggle instead. Down to 9. I'm gonna try to draw 2. I kind of feel like we're getting Spell Pierce though. Alright, not getting Spell Pierced. We are just gonna be dead in a second though. We fetch that like cuts the clock down by 1. Maybe I was supposed to hardcast Force first. They put that on the bottom. They tapped their Pendlehaven. It's pretty notable. It's pretty good because that means the fetch is not going to take a turn off the clock. So we get to force this. What a fool casting Blossoming Defense. This already has Hexproof opponent. Come on. Don't you know what Invisible Stalker does? I'm gonna bottom the Opt, I think, and then we can draw into the land with Serum Visions and get to play a land to hold up. Piracy Charm lets us flashback Charm, I guess, or maybe we can get them Hellbent, but we need to find a Lightning Bolt and just reduce their life total to 0, or a Sprite Dragon. Maybe keeping the Charm is just bad. Not sure. Probably okay. They have 2. If their hand is 3 1-mana pump spells, we get got here, but feels like kind of unreasonable for it to be exactly that. Yeah, that's true. Charm plus pump is also like a little bit of damage. Oh wait, reshuffled. Of course. Problem. Right, I guess I'm putting Charm on top. Hoping we're not dead. We can probably kill them next turn. Or at least I should say it's like not that unreasonable to try to kill them next turn. Though Nexus can block. Now we're down to 3. Let me draw 2 cards. Grow the Dragon. Serum Visions. Kind of nice that this can't deal regular damage too. Bottom. Serum Visions. Lightning Bolts was a kill, I think. No Lightning Bolts. I think we just attack with both, and I guess we'd still draw Lightning Bolts off the top. That is almost a kill. Oh, Piracy Charm. Piracy Charm! Hell yeah. So now if they don't have a pump spell as their last card, we get them. It's exactly lethal. If they don't have a something here. But if they have something, they also need to top deck something. Yeah. Okay, so they're going to put 5 minus counters on the... No, they're just going to go to 1. Weird. Maybe not weird. All right, if they top deck a pump spell, we lose. Oh yeah, they get to block the Nexus the dragon next turn. So this is good actually, the way they've played. All right, dead to a pump spell against Infect. Blighted Agent. Okay, not a relevant card at all. Tailswind could counter this too. Victory is ours. You cannot steal Inkmoth. Archmage Charm is non-land, and this is still a land. But we could, like, you know, charm trying to find a bolt or discard, you know. All roads lead to Madcap Experiment on twitch.tv/aspiring spike. I'm going to keep this. We can find a red source with the visions. Can't go wrong with the medium. Is it hell yeah, Ross? You can tell Ross has been around for a while. I guess we have to keep this opt. I mean, we don't have to keep it, but I think it seems good to. Yeah, the charm is for the whole league. The whole league, if we can draw step, Piracy Charm our opponent's last card. If we can do it one time, you win the prediction. All right, 2 more looks at a red source. Would love to find it. We are cold to infinite life with this deck, but we have a lot of interaction at least. Damn it. Feels a bit bad to miss on Serum Visions and the opt. Add another look. I guess we had to keep the opt on top. Just feels bad. I think I will force a Utopia Sprawl. They don't have anything. It's kind of nuts. I guess they have Eladamri's Call. Red source. Ding ding ding. Just in time. I'm gonna probably bolt the Arbor Elf on their upkeep just so when they Eladamri's Call, they're gonna have a little less information about what to do with it. I'm gonna hold up Deprive rather than like Hardcast Force or anything like that. They name Heliod. They get Heliod. We 0-2 dropped with the second league of blue-white, which stinks. But the first league, it felt pretty good. Is this deck a medium rare, medium well, or true medium pile? It's well done with ketchup, I think. So the best way to eat a steak. When Esther and I first started dating, she liked to eat her steaks well done, and I have finally converted her to liking them delicious. I might just discard the Sprite Dragon. Kind of feel like we're going to be playing reactively for a bit. I think she had never had him prepared very well. But I finally got her a good steak, and she now orders them medium rare, and I usually order them medium rare or we have the perfect answer. I usually order them medium rare or rare personally. I think we're discarding Snapcaster Mage. Maybe I was supposed to discard Force, I'm not sure. Piracy Charm, clean answer to Ariok Champion. Clean answer. Honestly, don't even hate forcing this. We're not. Do you think there could be a Grixis Shadow deck with Sprite Dragon? Yeah, that's actually not that uncommon for people to just play Sprite Dragon and Grixis Shadow. And if I was playing Grixis Shadow, I'd play Dragon, I think. Just love that card. This is a Lorwyn island. I always play this island when I'm playing Sprite Dragon. We could Sanctuary back Bolt, but I think I'm just going to Arcanist Bolt. Do you want to loot first? Probably not. Or probably yes. So we're going to kill the Conclave Mentor. Ultimate the Scions next turn. Feeling really good. I'm not gonna Archmage's Charm. I don't want my opponent to like Coco into Skyclave, so if they just pass, I'm not gonna do anything. I really value this ultimate, and I'm just gonna ultimate now. Smack him for 7. Not get too greedy with it. Does Charm Storm Rain if you take control of Sprawl? I believe that Charm does nothing if you take control of Sprawl, is my understanding. So we do deal 1 less damage here. I think I'm holding up the Counterspell mode of Charm. Archmage's Charm, but I will Piracy Charm, I think, just to make them discard a card. We might be filling the channel point prediction this game. We'll see. They discard Conclave Mentor. Just like when you attack, just like getting a 1-for-1 is so nice, and like Lightning Bolt is a good way to do that. But there wasn't like another really good way to do it. Like Flame Slash is just kind of medium. Piracy Charm, the answer all along, of course. So I'm gonna Mystic Sanctuary back Deprive here. Counter the Skyclave. No, I don't think this deck is a meme. Like I genuinely think this deck is like solid. I don't think that I've broken the format with it, but I think the deck's just kind of good. Good to get them down to 1 card in their hand. Maybe let's look to Serum Visions first. Discard Ballista, Spike Feeder. Yeah, I'm pretty close to owning this deck in paper too. I think I just am missing like Royal Scions and Piracy Charms. Probably go top. I have considered Thought Scour over the other cantrips, and I think the other cantrips are better than Thought Scour in this deck. Don't have a ton of sideboard for this matchup. Not really interested in Threads, I think. Although Threads is pretty good against Ariok Champion. It's okay against Conclave Mentor, but that card's not very good in general. Might just not sideboard. I could see maybe playing the Flame Slash over the 3rd Force of Negation. Probably do that and just run it like this. Yeah, Threads is so we can beat Skyclave Apparition. Or sorry, Scourge of the Skyclaves. But I think we could maybe just play Madcap Experiment, Platinum Empyrean in the sideboard instead. Because, of course, every time I build a deck with red in it, eventually I just play that. And eventually I love it. I think we keep this, although I'm not super excited about it. Zero Gust Steamer. I don't really like Gust that much against Heliod. I think it's just pretty medium. It's like just not that efficient of an answer. Like they have a lot of like white and colorless cards that you really care about too. Maybe my opponent has Choke, and that's why they kept a hand with no acceleration. So let me try to keep this Force of Negation, I suppose, but maybe I need to shuffle it away. I hope I don't say your name wrong. Humad, MTG, Humada. Thank you for your raid, dude. Lots of raids today. It's very sweet of you guys. Let me know how to say your name. Big raid, too. Yeah, I think they probably have choke. So we can like opt into a card here. I think we'll try to do that. Maybe I'm supposed to cast Serum Visions too. Hamuda MTG, thank you. They also have double canopy, so maybe Dragon will just kill them super quickly. Okay. Yeah, I had a lot of raids today. It's pretty cool that that happened. Once again, I am the most grateful streamer on Twitch. So probably pitching Snapcaster to force if we need to force a choke here. Bottom this, I think. I'm also gonna bottom the bolts. It's really close, I think. I'll keep it around. How did the boost go? I forgot to look and see like because I couldn't see any stats live about the boost. But I forgot to look and see if I could see any, and I don't remember seeing any. But maybe there were some, you know. I think I'm just gonna. We could. Hold on. How much damage is this? This puts it to 9. Piracy Charm is also +2, so 5 + 4 is 9 damage. It's a lot of damage. But I think I need to hold up Bolt for Spike Feeder, so I'm just going to give this +2, +1. And then if they don't have anything, we can go like end of turn Bolt, plus then like Royal Scions pump and kill them. Are the 2 Scions? I mean, they could be something like Young Pyromancer. I would play Young Pyromancer over Kiln Fiend, but I think that they're good. I think that they are better than Young Pyromancer or Kiln Fiend, but not, you know, necessarily 100% necessary. So they're gonna wait to go for it, which makes sense. Opponent misplayed. How so? Should have left Pendlehaven open. Ooh, yeah. I guess that's their plan here. No, Pendlehaven doesn't stop it. No, Pendlehaven doesn't stop it. It just gets 3 toughness, then dies to bolts. What are you guys talking about? If they remove a second counter, it just dies. Oh, I see. It does. It does. Yeah. You're right. Sorry, I'm wrong. So I guess we're just dead. If they see the line. Yeah. So that's why Pendlehaven is in the deck. Makes sense. I'm wrong. Cool. Can't beat Infinite Life. Let's go to game 3. I think I'm just submitting this on the play. Yeah. Also pumps Arbor off and Ballista. I just didn't like that. That's probably the best reason to play Pendlehaven, though. Protect the combo from bolts. On the play. No lands. Keep. Putting back Sanctuary. What do I think of Deputy of Detention as a sideboard card versus all the fields in Storm? I do not think that it is, like, if you're trying to beat those decks, there are better cards to play. You know, I would rather have something more focused than like a reactive card. Like against Bant Field, like Narset is really good. Or sorry, not Bant Field, just the field decks in general. Like I don't think you're usually beating up on Field of the Dead decks by reactively exiling their zombies. I also think like you also already have Cryptic Command loops to beat up on the zombies in the main deck, so adding a Deputy of Detention doesn't like give you the only way to do that as well. Okay, Conclave Mentor is fine. Probably bolting it on my turn just to grow the dragon. Dragon's probably going to kill them quick. I hope at least. You're more focused on empty. I mean, I don't know. The problem with Deputy is like Storm is mainly trying to kill you with Grape Shot. So bringing in Deputy does give you an out to empty the Warrens, which you already do have some outs to empty with Cryptic Command Lines, but it's not like your main plan against the Storm matchup. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I'm just bolting this and keeping the Charm. I think I'm also going to make them discard and grow the Dragon. They do get to gain 4 and effectively negate this attack. Collector Oof was mostly for the Oopsal spells and Belcher matchups more than anything else, and I think it's like pretty good in those. So like I would recommend it. Yeah, you also like bring in like 1 or 2 copies against Vile decks, but you don't bring it in against Mishra's Bauble decks usually unless you have nothing else to bring in. Could have saved this for Ariok Champion, maybe. No Veil of Summer, 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 no Veil of Summer. Oh, thank goodness. It's a good draw. Kind of. I'm going to bottom the Piracy Charm. Would not have been the worst draw, though. Yeah, Oof also very good against Adnaz. Were they just dead next turn if we kept the Charm? Pump. Also, would have killed this. Yeah, never bottom Piracy Charm. It's always correct to keep. I think they would be dead if we kept it. Well, I guess they would have gained some life. Do you want to bolt this now? I think I do. Just for in case I draw a red spell I want to cast next turn. I think we're going to have to bolt this anyways. Yeah, maybe Charm was a keep. I'm not sure. They're down to 1 card, so would have been nice in that regard too. I'm going to Mystic Sanctuary back Deprive here. Put them down to 11. So much damage. Hopefully we get to force something. I don't know that we need to force that, but I think that I will. It's like I think we're just really hoping. If I had any other counter spell, I don't think I'd force. I'd just get my Deprive. They have Path. No! Damn it. Yeah, I guess we probably win if we hold the force then. Stinks. Yeah, I mean, it's just like their last card has to be exactly Path. Maybe it was bad. Maybe it was bad. Just like it felt unlikely to me that they had 2 force targets. It's also pretty bad if they like have like another Spike Feeder or something that keeps them alive, and then we can't loop. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. We can also get back Piracy Charm to kill the champion, but I think getting back the Deprive is better. We're also not that far behind. In fact, I think we might even still be a little ahead. It's close. But this is very powerful, and like the Ariok champion is relevant, but we should be able to Piracy Charm it at some point. We have our top decks are probably better than theirs on average. I would say that we're maybe even. Now we're ahead. Ahead has been called. Although we probably win if we don't force the rest in peace. It's really bad if they have Skyclave. I guess they couldn't cast the Skyclave that turn. It's close. I'd have to think about it more, but I think it's probably better to have not countered the rest in peace, just Sanctuary back Deprive, because then we can deprive. Then we can deprive the Skyclave next turn. I think I'm gonna draw 2 now. It's kind of close. If we draw like nothing at all, then this is kind of bad. But we did not draw nothing. We can get their last card with the Piracy Charm, but I think it's going to be better to kill the champion instead. So it's also not the condition, because the condition is draw step Piracy Charm for their only card in hand. So we can remand into Deprive and then Deprive anything. Hopefully their last card isn't somehow Veil. I feel like there's like small chance to no chance. They do know about this. We drew the second Sanctuary, which is actually a pretty bad draw, because we already had a fetch land in our hand for that Sanctuary. So then it is Coco, 2 mystery cards. Yeah, we can bluff another one, but we can also just hold this to discard to Royal Scions, which is probably going to be better. It's kind of close, I guess. Alright, I'm not going to counter this. This is good bait, I think, but I'm not taking it. Is Arcanist the best draw? Yeah, but we're drawing Archmage's Charm. But Arcanist, Royal Scions, Sprite Dragon, all pretty good. Yeah, there's no way we can count. I mean, I don't know. It's not like the craziest thing, I think, because we can even draw the Charm, Sanctuary the Deprive, and then draw the Deprive again. Like this is like kind of different than a regular counter spell, because we just get to reset it so many times. And if my opponent drew a Veil of Summer, we can cry. I don't think we're supposed to play around it, though. Are we crying? Are we crying? We are crying. Damn it. How could they print this card? How could they print Veil of Summer? This card is terrible for Magic the Gathering. It's 1 mana Cryptic Command. I can't believe that Wizards would do this to me personally. Print Veil of Summer. Get a Ballista. We drew the second Deprive, which is not good here. Not dead yet. So we can Snap Bolt Ranger Captain and Deprive the Ballista. They have 2 Ballistas. I don't think we know about the second one. Doesn't really matter because we can just counter one at a time. Would this deck be interested in Smuggler's Copter? No, we don't have enough ways to crew it. And Smuggler's Copter is also like a little underpowered in Modern. It's like a card that you can sometimes play, but we also just don't have enough ways to crew it. I don't think that they Ranger Captain earlier in this game. Like, there's not another Ranger Captain anywhere. Here it is, Ballista, 2 mystery cards. Please don't have a second Veil of Summer. I can't take it. Okay. Just emotionally couldn't handle it. I'll block here. Yeah, I think it's a pretty easy block. I don't like this attack by them. Just like this says Devotion for Heliod. This is like can get counters on it too. I mean, I guess maybe we'll see something from their hand that makes me like this attack more. I just don't like it very much right now. They didn't give lifelink, so it seems like they've got something. Maybe Ariok Champion. It's another Ballista, I see. Does it mean their hand was just 3 Walking Ballistas? Kind of seems like that's the case. Just need them to brick. They didn't ping me, which makes me think that we're dead. Now, I think it's better to Sanctuary than draw 2 than it is to steal it and like just not get the 2 for 1 off the Charm. It does mean our like Deprive loop is gone, but I think it's still the play. They sack the Canopy. We've got a spell. It's just Utopia Sprawl. Best case scenario for us by a lot. If their last card is another brick, we're in good shape. That's another Coco. Maybe we can get some more complaining going if we don't draw a counter spell here. No, we did. Okay, no complaining. If I see any complaining in chat, it'll be okay, I guess. Our opponent played the Ballista there to try to dodge Counterspell. They're playing around Counterspell, not Removal Spell. When they knew we were drawing the Charm too. I think it's good to have the Bolt up, even though like we did kind of want to loot this away. I don't hate getting a second red source. I also do only have one more, or no more Sanctuaries in the deck. Been a crazy game. Kind of glad I countered the Rest in Peace so we get to play this awesome game instead of just winning. Is that how that works? There's Piracy Charm. Sadly, we might not be meeting the stipulation though, right? Because they have to empty their last card for us to draw step it. I think I'm discarding Bolt. Okay, but if they go Coco, and then we'll draw step the Piracy Charm and try to meet the stipulation. If not, I'll upkeep the Charm. Could be a Veil. Veil would be pretty bad. This does not mean the prediction because this is upkeep. Their last card was a Wooded Foothills. Okay, they're pretty close to dying to this. What a match. Did we opt before Scionzing? We can still cast Double Charm. Seems fine. Alright, then I'll just keep the opt and then loot. Opt is better than the average card, but I'm also not going to cast the opt when I can't hold Double Charm up. Our opponent could Veil of Summer the Royal Scions ultimate, but we should also be able to counter that. I'll keep the Dragon over the opt, I suppose, too. We have not drawn a Dreadhorde Arcanist all game. We're 35 cards deep. Yeah, still just holding both Charms up. We get to deal 8 damage to them with this ultimate. 7 if they Veil of Summer. 6 if they double Veil of Summer, I guess. Cool. A lot of lands, but they're down to 3. We can't quite kill them, but that's okay. We'll kill them next turn. We did see one? Where is it? Did I bottom it with a scry? Probably did. Well, I should have flame slashed them. Yeah, just playing very cautiously. Why did I decide no wildfires in the board? I found that the wildfires being sorcery speed were kind of awkward in this like deck with all these counter spells. And then I also think that neither the Tron nor the Titan matchups are even that bad. We have Gust for Titans instead now. Alright, I'll bite. What's my opponent's last card? They haven't conceded yet. So it feels like they could have something. But if it was Coco, if it was anything, they should have already cast it before I got to draw a card. I think they gave us the GG. Crazy game. Crazy game. Finally found the Arcanist we were complaining about. Can't ever lose. Could never lose with this hand. Breeding Pool go. Are we lucky enough to be playing against Infect twice? Probably not. Probably not. Easily bottoming Scalding Tarn, I guess. It's probably the best draw on the whole deck. Yeah, we'll be testing Kaldheim cards As soon as I can. As soon as I can, and we'll be doing it for a couple weeks. I think. Or at least a few days. Oh. Can't believe my opponent's so lucky to have Search for Escante here. I guess we'll keep playing, but it doesn't really feel like there's much of a point. But I'm kind of keeping the decks. I have a lot of decks like already made, but I'm trying to kind of keep it ready for the stream, you know, when they come out. Keep the tension built a bit, and I also like we'll probably tweak them a bit too, a bit more as we go. They put a Wilderness Reclamation in their graveyard. Currently writing up a Ravnica D&D campaign. That sounds awesome. Your whole group is going to be bards. Sounds really fun. Might be a bit greedy to draw two, but I think that they're probably just straight Simic Reclamation. And if that's the case, they are just very light on removal. Maybe they aren't. But I'm also like not super happy to like Archmage's Charm to save my Arcanist from a 1-mana removal spell. Maybe I was actually just supposed to Mystic Sanctuary back Charm though, so I can counter Wilderness Reclamation. Not sure. Maybe got a little too interested in doing this. Alright, I guess I'm just going to jam the Royal Scions. Should we start emptying their hand? I kind of wanted to flash back the Charm and draw 2 there. We can start emptying their hand soon. And I think Piracy Charm 4 times next turn with Sanctuary included. And they force my Scions. Upkeep, they Thought Scour themselves to flip Search for Escanta. Good play. Escanta was good this game, despite the fact that I clown on it all the time. Yeah, and they have Reclamation. Yeah, it looks like just Simic Reclamation / Nexus shenanigans. Yeah, and Piracy Charm is also not that good when they have an active Search for Escanta. The only time Piracy Charm is not that good. They might be dead to this. Good enough for me to at least cast it. Yeah, I think if we bolt flashback, yeah, if we bolt flashback bolt and then pump with Charm, they're dead. I believe. 6 down to 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we actually go, no, they go to 1. Yeah, they go down to 8 life, and then we're casting 1, 2, 3 spells. I think this is +2 damage. Oh, they're forcing. Okay. Fair. Guess we're flashing back Ops, looking for Force of Negation. Keep the Deprive. I'll just make him discard a card. Well, the problem with stripping their hand is they'll just like get to Search for Escanta, you know? Discard an island. I don't think I've ever... Oh, I think I played a Bard in a one-off maybe once, but it's probably my least played class. Or maybe I've never... oh, no, that's not true. I've never played a Druid either. Might just be dead to Nexuses and stuff. Yeah, Piracy Charm lets you cast Archmage's Charm with Dreadhorde Arcanist, which has been pretty good. We did that this game. Definitely a part of the equation. Simic Growth Chamber. Bouncing Breeding Pool. I feel like they should have bounced the island. So they have to shock. I guess they just need more green. For a second Reclamation. Okay, if they found a Nexus of Fate, we're probably dead. Or if that's just like their last card. Cryptic is also tough, but we can counter it. They reveal Cryptic Command. Is there one unknown card Nexus of Fate? It's not. I think we win. Because they have Fog. Their hand is Archmage's Charm, Cryptic Command. I guess they could also have they could also have Force of Negation, unless we Piracy Charm them before they resolve, before we cast our Deprive. Big Ben, 7 months, welcome back. Hope you're having a good time. Yeah, the last card was Spiral, so we win. Crazy game, crazy game. It's been a good day today. Modern's been a ton of fun. Someone earlier asked me to rate how fun Modern is on a scale of 1 to 10, and you know, I don't really like rating things on scales of 1 to 10, but it's good. Modern good. Modern good. Gonna do something like this. Maybe we can cut the second Scions for the second Gust. Kind of like that. This looks pretty good to me. They could still have had Force there, but they would not have had a second blue card to pitch. But they could have had, like, Remand. But I guess we could play our spell again. The Spiral you thought was their last card was the one they cast for turn. What did they discard to the Piracy Charm then? Yeah, I guess I just... If that's the case, I don't know what they discarded to Piracy Charm. I think I just want to keep both of these. I didn't let it resolve. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. How did I miss that? One anyways though. Lol. Alright, gonna jam the dragon. If they go Spiral into Reclamation, it's pretty bad, but maybe we can Gust it. Don't mind a ton if they counter this. Yeah, Remand is like even honestly more awkward because now it's they know about it and it's like finding a spot to resolve this could be a little tough. Probably should put a counter on Blast Zone if they have nothing else to do. They Thought Scour themselves in the middle over Weather the Storm and search for his Kanta. I actually really like Thought Scour in their deck. If they just get to 0 cards, they just have infinite Nexuses, you know? It's also good with their Uros too. Didn't realize also Weather the Storm is not a card I like though against us. Not a card I think I'd recommend bringing in. Alright, so I'm gonna put Archmage's Charm on top. And then make them discard a card so I don't have to discard a card. And then cast Serum Visions. Maybe I could have just played Dragon with Gust up. Maybe that's a bit better. I do like having this access to this Force. I think that's really good. Keep in mind this is a Growth Chamber, not a regular land. We'll just go ahead and opt. Oh, multiple Weather the Storms, yeah. Didn't even notice that. Alright, I think we just jam a Sprite Dragon here. We're fine if they counter this. We're fine if they Blast Zone it. Yeah, I'm just gonna bottom. It's not that good against the Blast Zone. Maybe rather withdraw lands. We're like a little ahead on cards because we got to resolve a charm. I think I'm gonna charm again. I want to get I think a second red source is better than sanctuarying back a random cantrip, and we also get to keep a second sanctuary, which is nice. If I put in cryptic commands, I think I'm still not fighting over this because then we can play Narset with Deprive and force up on their turn. I'm also like kind of happy, I think, if they use any other counter spell on this. No, that's not Athena. There's a dog that is just kind of left outside all day, and it's pretty sad. I want to play Narset here so I don't have to go to discard. We can maybe fight over this. We can maybe not. It's like kind of tough to fight over it too hard with the Blast Zone out over there. Yeah, Remand. I hate seeing Remand here. Yeah, Remand is it's just so awkward since we'll have to go to discard if we don't keep fighting. So I guess we keep fighting. They let that resolve. Yeah, force up for their Wilderness Wreck. Wow, it resolved. It's kind of crazy. And we got a Mystical Dispute. That's actually a really good draw. So now I'm not going to cast the Serum Visions so I can hold up a potential dispute. Yeah. Deprive also costs 1 mana that turn, which is kind of neat. They're going to level up the Blast Zone, which is totally fine, I think, to like just take this 2-for-1 that's very mana intensive for them. Alright, they could have Veil of Summer, and we get to complain if they do, as everybody gets to complain when their opponent veils. But they don't have it, we get to minus Narset again and just be very ahead. But unfortunately, we don't get to complain as much. I'm gonna bottom the opt, top the island, cast the dragon. Kind of awkward to not have Charm up, but I think it's okay. TBH, I complain about Veil regardless. I feel ya. Regardless of if they have it. We beat a really nutty Veil of Summer last match. It was a crazy game. We top decked pretty well, I guess. You could say. If we counter this, our opponent can't Blast Zone here, which I actually think is pretty valuable, especially when we don't have a ton of Aether Gust targets. And we still have other permission up. I'll also just take any 1-for-1 in this spot. Yeah, we don't really care about this one. Just because we do care about them not Blast Zoning the Narset, I think. Or like at least making it awkward for them to still have to sink 3 mana into this at some point. And then I'll go ahead and draw 2 cards with a Charm. They can't Nexus, but even if they could, we could Dispute. We can counter Cryptic Command with Dispute, but they know about this card, so I don't think that they're going to not play around it. Land is a really nice thing to find. Probably interested in using Mystic Sanctuary to get back Force of Negation this game. This Dragon is going to kill them pretty quickly, too. So we'll see if they pop this Blast Zone. They do. Yeah, that exchange really favored us. Just ended up so ahead from that exchange. I might remand this. That way we can have Force up on their turn. I think I like remanding here. The front half of Uro. I think we just let it go. Hopefully it's not Spider-Man for them. They're going for the escape? No. Yeah, I guess they can't really. Draw 2. They'll go for Gust. I think I'll just Dispute the Gust. Maybe I would Deprive. They're not going for Gust. Pretty surprised about that, honestly. Is the Green Goblin or Doc Ock the more iconic Spider-Man villain? Probably Doc. I think we just leave mana up to win the fight over Uro on their turn instead of playing Arcanist, because this allows us to play Charm, Dispute, Deprive. But I guess we could just play Charm, Deprive, and Force Pitching Dispute. So it's better. You think Goblin's more iconic? Maybe. I would probably say Dr. Octopus, but I think both certainly are big deals. They brought in at least 3 Weather the Storms. This gained 12 life. Probably buys them a turn. Well, that just resolved. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They can kind of escape it as many times as they want to, I guess, is also a bit of an issue. I think I will try to draw 2. Maybe this is bad. It seems okay, though. I gust my dragon. All lands. Yikes. Oops, all lands. Where's Fran? Is Fran in the chat? Probably not going to be able to kill them, I suppose, but kind of like just hitting them for enough to where even if they escape Uro, it's not going to be that big a deal. Maybe we can kill them. We're at 14. Yeah, we have to play... Oh, wait. This is 3 damage? This is 1 damage short? Guess we bottom. Oh, they just conceded. Okay, well... Probably fine for them to not play around my hand being 6 lands or 5 lands, whatever. Kind of a weird hand, but I think we keep. Having to deprive on turn 2 is usually something that feels bad, but not the end of the world. Hopefully you can draw some cheap interaction. Force, is cheap interaction. Wooded Foothills into Steam Vents on turn 1 into Soulscar Mage. Well, this is bad. Although Archmage Charm to steal this would be nice. I really just want to draw something to interact with on this next turn. I will Force of Negation a Manamorphose on turn 2 here. Not going to force Opt. Probably will force Light Up the Stage. Put a card on the bottom. Alright. Just going to take 2 down to 17. Or sorry, 3 down to 16. Oh, they probably have Manamorphose. Or sorry, or I guess they're just thinking about their Scry. They put a card on top. Hit us down to 16. Serum Visions. Yeah, I really don't want to deprive this turn. Although, like, maybe we would just have to if they have Stormwing Entity, but it's also possible if they have Manamorphose plus Stormwing Entity, we can force the Manamorphose. Opponents may be double queuing. Also, they're taking a lot of time. I'm going to bottom both of these. Maybe they'll just play, another Soulscar Mage as their next threat, and then we'll just steal all of their Soulscar Mages. Opponent indeed double queuing or something. Yeah, this stinks if this is Burst Lightning into Stormwing Entity, which it looks like it is. Probably not super beatable, huh? Although Soulscar Mage does help Lightning Bolt kill Stormwing, I guess. I would pitch Royal Scions if they cast Manamorphose. So we could have held up Deprive for this. It's kind of close. If we can steal this and then find Lightning Bolt, I am feeling okay. Since the -1 counters will go on this and then they can't save their entity. They have 3 cards left. It's not a lightning bolt. I think I'm still stealing Soulscar Mage this turn. Mutagenic Growth is pretty good in this matchup, I think. Don't see any reason to steal the mage yet. I think I will steal this, see if they have main deck Spell Pierce. I would much rather force like Lightning Bolt or Lava Dart or Light Up the Stage. But they don't have Light Up the Stage if they're casting this now. But I think I'm like interested enough in forcing any other burn spell that they may have that I'm just going to not force this. Yeah. Alright, so now if we could top deck Lightning Bolt, I think we have a good chance to pull out of this, assuming the last card is not another Dart. Does Bolt kill us? 9. Yeah, Bolt kills us. Bolt or Dart kills us. This is 1 point short. 1 is not 0. If we draw a Lightning Bolt, we maybe have a chance. We have no painless red sources to draw, so we can't go Charm to try to draw a Bolt. Just concede. All of our red sources are Steam Vents. So I want Flame Slashes, I want Mutagenic Growths, I want Mystical Disputes, I don't want the Royal Scions, I don't want at least the second Deprive. Probably don't want, maybe like the first copy of Force is good. Threads is probably okay. It steals Sprite Dragon and their 1-drops, just doesn't steal Stormwing Entity. It's probably good enough to play. I probably don't want these Piracy Charms in this matchup. Probably the worst Piracy Charm matchup. We can play the first Gust. I think Abrade's good enough, yeah. What is Growth? Yeah, Growth is a 0-mana counterspell for a Lightning Bolt or Burn Spell on your Dragon or your Arcanist. That's why they're in the sideboard. You bring them in against Lightning Bolt decks. No lands. A lot of no-landers today. I might keep this on 6 and like feel really bad about it. I think that's the plan. Feel really bad about this keep. Hope it works out. Is it good versus both decks with SSM? Simian Spirit Guide? No, that's not SSM. Soulscar Mage. Maybe not. I think it probably is though. It's probably fine. I'm gonna hold up Spell Snare so they don't go Manamorphose into Stormwing, or they also don't have a 1-mana threat, so they should have Manamorphose or Sprite Dragon here. He also lets you cast Charm. Yeah, definitely maybe a little bit worse, but I think still good enough to bring in. Alright. Yeah, I guess we only mold the 6 on the play here. Is Stormwing a good card in this deck? I do not think you want to play Stormwing and counterspells in the same deck. I think that you play this deck if you want to play Stormwing, you know. Alright, well, if I had had that in my hand, I would have stolen the dragon, but I did not have it in the hand. And we can flashback Spell Snare, but that doesn't do anything, so we won't. Cantrip would have been so nuts this turn. Hard to wish for it, though. Burst Lightning me, so I'll Force of Negation hardcast on the Light Up the Stage, I suppose. It's not Light Up the Stage. It's much worse. Ah! They put 2 cards on top. Well, I'm not going to Mystic Sanctuary back one of these. Let's see what we find. Alright, Basic Island maybe kills all of our dreams. There are some dreams that cannot be. There are some storms we cannot weather. They played a Tap Canal, Burst Lightning me. They're playing 4 Burst Lightnings. We've seen so many of them this game. Or this match, rather. Down to 11. They only have one card in their hand. And that's a really good draw. I'm not going to fetch because our life total is pretty relevant. I guess I'm keeping Charm. But we need to find a burn spell really quickly. A burn spell does let us, double burn the entity too. Bottom. I think I'm gonna just bottom. No, I needed to keep the opt for Arcanist. Sorry, definitely a mistake to bottom the opts. Metamorphose. Let's go Snapcaster plus Spell Snare. Stop them from getting infinite Stormwing triggers. Down to 7 life, looks like. That's an interesting draw. Let me go ahead and just draw 2 first. Might just play this as a chump blocker. Okay. I'm gonna opt before. Okay, cool. Cool. We're at 5 life, but we should be able to kill this. Unless they bolt my Arcanist, which they do exactly. Damn it. Stinks. If their top 2 cards are lands, we've got a chance. Otherwise, things are not looking good for us. One of them was a land. The other one was another copy of Stormwing Entity, which is probably not beatable. They put one on top, one on bottom. Tough stuff. Stormwing is just so good against the non-white decks. Just so hard to kill, being 5 CMC with 3 toughness and prowess. It's a really good card. But maybe it's just nuts. I'm gonna play Sanctuary on turn 1 here. Yeah, GG's ruler, GG's. Good patience on that lightning bolt. Could you attack, put trigger on the stack? No, when you put the trigger on the stack, you have to have the target already there. There's no window for you to attack and then put the trigger on the stack. Alright, playing against Red Black Luris. Down to 19. Yeah, aggro decks are everywhere, which is why I was wanting to play the Jeskai deck this morning. It's because I think that deck is really good against all of these decks. But then I got boiled 3 matches in a row and I just was off of it. Might be racing. It's kind of hard to race the Scourge Shadow deck sometimes, though. I'm gonna Dismember. It's a raceable card. Oh, they're thinking about it. They definitely have Dismember. Okay. So we can either steal Swift Spear with Charm or Dragon plus Opt. I think I'm going to steal the Swift Spear since it blocks the bow map pretty well. Just kind of stops them in their tracks. So the Swift Spear is, also going to get triggered off of Prowess here. Or off the Opt. And this is the Threads of Disloyalty matchup. Although we are down 1 copy of Threads. Oh yeah, I forgot about the whale. When the whale was spoiled, the one that attacks and returns cards that you delved away. When it was first spoiled, it was during all the during standard spoilers too, and so I thought it was a standard card at first, and I thought it was busted. Yeah, I feel like I don't see the whale that often in Legacy. Maybe it just gets elked too much. No, if you steal the bow mat, you do not get the cards underneath it. It still goes to their hand because it says goes to their owner's hand. As far as I know, and I'm pretty confident in this, there is no way for you to put cards your opponents own in your hand in Magic the Gathering. That Scourge is pretty big, though. Yeah, there's a whale. It's like a 6 mana, 3/3 flyer, blue, 4 colorless with Delve. And then I believe that you, when it attacks, you cast a card dealt with it, or just put it into your hand. It's one of those two. But it's pretty good. Okay. So I think we play Arcanist and Dragon here. Attack with the Dragon, and we're not beating Temur Battle Rage. We're not beating Temur Battle Rage. So why play around a card you can never beat? Why play around a card you can never beat? Well, I feel like they have it if they're just attacking this quickly. Maybe not. And I guess not. Shadow. Alright, they're probably dead if we find bolts. Maybe not. Yeah, we're going to have to run pretty well to kill them with just this dragon. And I think Deprive means we maybe don't have much of a chance. Not quite good enough. Another opts. So now we can Sanctuary back opt, and then opt again. If we find Bolt, we win. I think. Yeah, it's exactly enough. It's kind of nuts if we find it. We have 4 lightning bolts in the deck and 2 looks and 44 cards. It's not that bad of a chance. Oh, we missed. Give him the pump fake. We missed. Do you get to bring in Threads? Because Scourge is just so hard to beat otherwise. Flame Slash, Abrade. Probably Mutagenic Growth I think is still good enough even though they also play push. I think you just bring it in against the Lightning Bolt decks. Put the Forces, the Scions. Trim on Piracy Charm. Got the Remand. First Gust. Maybe I want the first Force too. To protect the threats. Just don't really ever want to draw 2 copies though. I think this looks fine. Abrade has Incinerate. Yeah. I've been liking the Scions. I think that they're pretty good. Why not put Charm on top, pickup option to control Shadow? It's just a chump blocker. Maybe that was the line though. Maybe that was the line. I mean, I think my line was fine too. Just trying to find a lightning bolt. Nikal, if you exclamation point deck, you can find the deck list. Keep this hand. Hopefully they have a lightning bolt and not a fatal push. Have I tried playing with any other Eldraine planeswalkers? There's like a blue-green one that's probably not good enough, but it's kind of cool. It's like food synergies. Is it called Oko? I don't think that's it. That's not it. They wouldn't. That's kind of a silly name for a Magic card. You're wrong. Something else. It's like J something, I think. Maybe I'm not supposed to bottom that, although it kind of feels fine too. How's the deck been treating? I think we're 10-4 overall with it, which is pretty good, I think. It's okay. Elko? Yeah, that was it. It's Elko. Hopefully my opponent plays Scourge.
Welcome, Spikelings, to the Shark type.
Zach, 11 months. Thank you, buddy. Hope you're having a good day today. Threads of Disloyalty is a very Zach Elsick card. Oh, I forgot Garrick was an Eldraine. I remember being hyped for Garrick to return. I remember when I first started playing Magic, a friend of mine gave me a Garrick Primal Hunter, and I cast that card like at least like twice a week for a year. I cast that card so many times. Let's try to find a third land here. It's pretty bad if they just take the opt and we don't find the third land. Okay. They do take the Threads. So they probably have a Scourge in their hand, but we can bolt a Scourge. Yeah, Eldraine Garrick was the one with the wolves and just wasn't that good of a card. Although I think we just bolt the Shadow here. then we can just Archmage Charm to counter a Scourge, which is not that good of an exchange for us, but Scourge is their best card, and I think that's just got to be the play. Bowmat. Let me draw 2 here. I think that's way more important than, like, I guess stealing the Bowmats may be something we could have done. Now though, if we just draw Sprite Dragon, they're dead. They also may be dead to, if we draw a cantrip, we can steal the Bowmat and then double growth. It's only 5 damage. Alright, just pass back. The Sanctuary gives us a lot of options. If they deal any damage to themselves this turn, they're going to be dead to us getting back Lightning Bolt with Mystic Sanctuary. And their deck does do a lot of damage to themselves, but they played a basic Swamp, so maybe not all that likely. Yeah, maybe the growths shouldn't be in the deck at the moment. I think I'm just taking a draw step. Oh, we win. Awesome. Scourge is only a 6/6 right now. Yeah, I mean, growth. I mean, maybe you're just not supposed to bring in growth against every Lightning Bolt deck, but that's at least the plan. Is that your 2-mana creatures are really soft to Lightning Bolt, and you can just growth and save them. But maybe that's not a good plan. Add Entrancing Melody to the sideboard instead of Threads. People have suggested that a lot. I'm not really convinced. We're at 2 life now. Now we can't cast the Mutagenic Growths. Or we can, but we lose when we do. Bummer. That's true, yeah. Maybe just don't bring it in against specifically red-black, but against the other variations. Something to think about. Constellation Avenger of Zendikar. Yeah, Yield 3-0 and 3-2. Had high hopes of getting a nice 5-0 tweet. I do think that instead of playing the Threads and the Soul Guide Lanterns and like these cards, or like we can still play the Abrade or something, but these should just be Madcap Experiment, Platinum Empyrean. Or maybe the growths could be part of this pile, but I think that's probably a better way to fight the Swiftspear decks than these cards. And then it's also nice because the Madcap Experiment plan lets you not play Graveyard Hate against Dredge. Oh yes, so the prediction also did not happen. We did not Piracy Charm.